Jonathan Wade, receiver at Tennessee, DB at Tennessee, played DB and corner in the NFL. Wade, your overall thoughts from Saturday, sir?
I need the all-22 copy.
No, you don't.
I would like the all-22 copy first. But we got to get better, and we got to commit to getting better as a unit. It's my assessment.
Let me ask you something and be a little bit more specific here.
No. Let's
Yes.
not be. No, let's not. Please don't.
Let's be a big boy today. What are you thinking when you are in the secondary and quarterback is scrambling? As a corner, what are you thinking in zone? What are you thinking in man? For those that maybe not understand responsibilities, don't understand playing the game, but because I'm curious, because I don't even know. I didn't play corner. I just spent my time trying to burn them. But like, what are y'all taught during the scramble situations versus man versus zone?
Okay, what we're thinking and what we're taught is definitely two totally different things. What we're taught in zone when the quarterback is scrambling, I'm going to repeat that. What we're taught in zone when the quarterback is scrambling is to get to the deepest, widest part of your zone. Get to the deepest, widest part of your zone when the quarterback is scrambling. In man-to-man, it doesn't matter if the quarterback is scrambling. If that receiver runs to the restroom, you go hold it for him.
Interesting. What about – because Florida was able to complete some passes on the sideline. When you are according to that side –
You know, I currently have the game on. I'm watching it in the background
while
you're talking to me. Just know that.
Okay. What do you do when you have a quarterback rolling to your side? First part of the question. Second question, we know that safeties are like little linebackers, right? They are bred to tackle. They're your tacklers, and your corners are guys that they cover. They're not tacklers, but you can tackle. Deion Sanders, best corner ever. He wasn't much of a tackler, but he was the best corner ever. Like, when the ball carriers coming your way, what are you thinking, man? Even though maybe tackling is not your forte, if you are a corner.
Okay, I'm going to answer the first question, which was the quarterback scrambling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to repeat earlier, but I'm going to just give you a better example of it. So say, for instance, the quarterback is scrambling to your side, and you have, let's say, the flats. Or let's say if you have the half, you're a deep half safety. The quarterback scrambling to your side. You want to expand and sprint. Sprint, expand, get to the deepest, widest part of your zone so that you then can keep everything in front of you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. That way you can see, or people don't get behind you. We always want to keep everything in front of us in zone. That's the name of the game in zone. Zone is to keep everything in front of you. They are safe defenses. We're calling this defense because it's safe. Man-to-man is a little bit more risky. Now, to the tackling question, you're absolutely right. Safeties and corners are different. Corners kind of have more of a covering aspect. Safeties need to be more flexible in the box. Now, times have changed a little bit. You get more athletic safeties versus just knuckleheads, if that makes sense. But, yeah, one of the necessities of being a safety is being able to fundamentally tackle. Be a sound, consistent tackler. Me personally, and maybe I should stay away from anything I think personally today while we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
But I just don't see the coach in me the first thing I must trust in you as a safety is that can you tackle Derrick Henry in the open field? That's my first concern. Because at some point, a running back's going to break. And we need to know that you can get him down so that we can live to fight another day.
We're talking to former Tennessee defensive back Jonathan Wade, former NFL corner, VFL. So whether you look at this from a player standpoint or the coach in you, you've seen the partial 22, not the all 22, but you're in the meeting room Sunday or Monday. What needs to be addressed with how the defense played on Saturday? They say, Jonathan, you have anything to say? What needs to be addressed so that the defense is better than it was on Saturday, that it's closer to how you felt after watching Tennessee in its first game?
Defense is about adjusting. It's a constant adjustment. Either we don't know what to do, or we're just not willing to. Like, we don't get defense isn't a playoff. We have to have dogs on the team to go, like, make plays outside of what's in the what's drawn up on X's and O's. But we got to be lined up. That never changes in football. We got to know our assignments. We got to be in our gaps, and you got to want to do your job. So let's start there. Let's make sure the will to do our job is there first. Make sure we got the right guys out here that want to do their job first. Football is the ultimate team game. Without everybody, it does not work.
Wade, I thought the defense in the second half did a good job. So there were adjustments made at halftime. Unfortunately, offensively, even though you made some adjustments in the locker room, still was not able to produce enough points to get yourself back in the football game and ultimately win the game. Did the adjustments stand out to you that we made from the first half to the second half?
Yes, but, let's be fair here. I just told you I was watching this game. I'm watching it on YouTube, one of those no commercial joints. It's 26-7 in the first. I know we did better in the second, but a lot of plays go out the window. I know you got to stay patient but what looked to be great for us at the beginning of the season is that our run game, a lot of that's going to go out the window down 26-7. We're on the clock. But yes, we do, and we're expecting electricity. That makes it tougher too. When you have a expectation, and maybe that's, we shouldn't expect anything. We need to be more realistic, and not in a negative way. We just shouldn't have any expectations on what the offense is going to go do. But yes, we're going to need electricity in situations like this, and it wasn't there.
Jonathan Wade here with us on Josh and Swain. I think it's important to be transparent here. It's not like we haven't experienced as former players games where you go into the game feeling good about your chances, but the outcome is totally different than what you expected, and you just beat up. And it's happened. 06 Arkansas game is a good example. You win some, you lose some, but the question is, all right, how do you bounce back, Wade? Let's say you're on this team, you're on this defense, you're in the secondary. What do you have to do to make sure that you play better next week? And hey, man, you got a group of freshmen, a bunch of guys that were signed to come here with opportunity to play early. Then you went out and signed a guy from the transfer portal. So there's older guys in the secondary that, if you don't get it right, then you're probably going to get replaced by someone younger. But how do you make sure that you play better next week? What's your thought process?
You brought up the 06 Arkansas game. I don't know if that was on purpose, like for me, but that was, in fact, like my worst game. It was one of those games none of it made sense. Even watching it on film, I couldn't believe it. Didn't even look like me. You have to take a shower, wash that bleep off, and you got to remember that you're here for a reason. You're starting for a reason. They believed in you for a reason, and you got to go forward. You got to go make sure that that's the only time that's on film. You have to put who you are on film. You're going to have off games. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, it doesn't go in every game. They have off games. They have off weeks. But you got to, your film's got to look better more than it looks bad, if that makes sense. Go fix it. You got next week. You got tomorrow. You got right now. Go fix it. But a lot of what I'm talking about, too, is an attitude. Too. You got to, that's a want-to thing.
Is that an easy fix, the want-to, the attitude? Do you know?
No, it's it's inside. It's what's inside. It's what you're made of. So that's why I kind of paused when that's a want-to thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not going to be surprised to know this. Fans want to see young defensive backs out there. There's some freshmen that are very well thought of. Ricky Gibson, Jordan Matthews, Christian Conyer, who Tennessee beat out other SEC teams to land. What do you think of the idea of giving young guys more of an opportunity versus some veterans they're competing with in practice? The pros, the cons to that idea?
I haven't seen anyone in person, so I have to start off by saying that. What I will say is I feel very confident in saying that the coaching staff knew that this was a really big game, and they probably put who they felt was going to give them the best chance out there this past weekend. Having that said, there's a lot that goes into that. Maybe, but they've been rolling so many guys in, trying to figure out amongst the ones that's been there that I don't even know if he can get any consistency out of any of it. You're going to have to leave some guys out there so they can kind of figure it out. You have to figure it out as a unit. It's not just the corners figuring out. Like the safeties have to know how the corners play. The corners have to know how the safeties play. It takes kind of flowing like that. Either way, it's going to take time. Time that I don't know if we have, man. Oh, my gosh.
Hey, man, we know how this game works sometimes. You play like the worst team in the league or worst team in the country one week, and then, boom, next week you look totally different. Football is weird. Sports are weird, so they have opportunity to do that. I know it's pretty fair to not be optimistic based on what we saw on Saturday, but they can improve. I think they will improve. It's just how much, man. All right, so we didn't have social media much like it is now when we played, and guys in the league have to deal with it just like players in college have to deal with it. Coming off a game like Saturday, how do you just block everything out, man? Because there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of outside noise. A lot of people telling you how bad you are. How do you block it out?
I think you need a system in place. I think it probably would be cool if they did it in college, like tell them not to or, block it. Or you need a personal one because, people are so invested in comments and things like that. I'd stay away from it. Either way, good or bad. Now, you would definitely have to learn to stay away from it when it's good, and that's super hard. But LeBron does it. When games matter, he doesn't really, when stuff starts mattering, I would kind of take from them and take that serious, though. It's a real thing.
You'd avoid the KD method of create the burner account so you can defend yourself?
Yeah, let's go the opposite method of that.
The guy next to me stinks. That's why I couldn't do my job, because the guy next to me stinks it up. No. This is not Jason Swain.
Jason kept me from going on social media yesterday and kind of voicing.
Which disappointed the followers.
Right.
Yeah,
but I told him. You can't do that, and I'm not KD. But you can't. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't.
I told him, text a buddy. Hey, that's me. Text me.
Hey, well, before you go, you didn't make any kind of bet with Dallas Baker or any other Florida player that you know, did you?
Oh, gosh.
That was the first thing I thought about. Thank God he didn't do it. I never got in contact with him. But, no, I didn't make any bet. I had a kid show up to practice with a Florida shirt on. I got stopped at practice probably 4 times so somebody could point at the Florida shirt. It's been they haven't helped me at all.
Is that kid running gassers right now, or what's he doing?
She ain't got to wear it.
He was 2 fields away on a whole nother team.
Okay.
This is how, it was very aggressive. Very aggressive.
At least you didn't lose a bet and have to actually wear the shirt, Jay Wade.
Very true. Very true. I might not be. You probably couldn't even find me right now.
Yeah, it's hard for me to go missing. But, hey, we'll honor the bet. We'll move on. Next Saturday, 7:30, South Carolina. It's a night game. The place will be rocking. This Saturday, there's an opportunity to get right. It's good to have a get-right game against an opponent that you should beat by multiple scores.
Snap and clear. It's that time.
Ain't nobody saying nothing about that, Josh.
Hey, Jonathan, good stuff as always. It is a get-right week for Tennessee. We'll see how much they can get right this week and talk to you about getting back to SEC play next Tuesday when you join us. We appreciate you as always.
All right, no problem. Love you guys. Have a good one.